Most traders don't lose because they're not smart enough. They lose because they can't wait. And that's uncomfortable to hear because waiting sounds passive. It sounds weak. It sounds like doing nothing. But let me be honest with you. The market has a way of exposing people who are addicted to movement. Most people don't trade because they see opportunity. They trade because silence makes them uncomfortable, because being still feels unproductive, because deep down they believe money only comes when they're doing something. And this is where it changes. The traders who survive long-term are usually not the most emotional, not the most excited, not even the most intelligent. They're the ones who learned how to wait without feeling empty. And most people can't do that, not because they're lazy, but because waiting forces you to confront yourself, your fear, your impatience, your need to feel in control. Here's what nobody tells you. Trading is less about predicting the market and more about controlling the person staring back at you from the screen. If you've ever entered a trade too early, moved your stop loss out of fear, forced setups that weren't really there, or felt anxiety when the market was moving without you, you're not alone. Almost every trader goes through this stage, but the ones who grow eventually realize something powerful. The market rewards emotional discipline more than technical knowledge, and that realization changes everything. Because suddenly, trading stops being about chasing candles and starts becoming about identity. Who are you when nothing is happening? Who are you when you have to wait? Who are you when everybody else is reacting emotionally? That's the real game, and most people fail it. There's a quote I want you to think about. Amateurs think about how much they can make. Professionals think about how much they can lose. Read that again slowly, because that one sentence explains why most traders stay stuck for years. The average trader wakes up looking for excitement. The smart trader wakes up looking for clarity. Big difference. One is emotional. The other is intentional. And the scary part is, the emotional trader usually feels more productive. They're always entering trades, always active, always searching for something. But activity is not the same as progress. Sometimes the most profitable thing you can do is absolutely nothing. And the human mind hates that, because your brain is wired for stimulation. Every candle looks like an opportunity. Every breakout feels urgent. Every move creates pressure. You start thinking, what if this is the trade? What if I miss it? What if price runs without me? And just like that, fear of missing out becomes stronger than logic. This is why smart traders wait. Not because they enjoy waiting, but because they understand the cost of emotional decisions. They've suffered enough to respect patience, and pain teaches faster than information ever will. Let me tell you a story. There was a trader named Daniel, not a beginner, actually very smart. He understood market structure. He knew support and resistance. He studied price action every single day. But he kept losing money, not because his analysis was wrong. Most times, he was actually right. The problem was timing. Daniel couldn't wait. He would see price approaching his level, and instead of waiting for confirmation, he jumped in early, every single time. Why? Because uncertainty made him uncomfortable. He wanted control. He wanted to feel ahead of the market, and that emotional need destroyed his consistency. One day, after another painful loss, he did something strange. He stopped trading for 1 week, not because he gave up, but because he was tired of fighting himself. And during that week, he noticed something. The best setups were obvious. They didn't require force. They didn't require stress. They didn't require prediction. The market would literally come to his level, react clearly, and offer clean confirmation. But before, he was too impatient to see it. That's when his mindset shifted. He realized, the problem isn't my strategy. The problem is my inability to wait. And that changed his trading forever. Not overnight, but slowly. He started taking fewer trades. At first, it felt wrong. His mind kept saying, you're missing opportunities. But over time, something interesting happened. His losses reduced. His confidence improved. His emotions became calmer, because now he was trading from clarity instead of desperation. And here's the deeper truth. Waiting is not just a trading skill, it's emotional maturity. Most people want immediate validation, immediate results, immediate movement, immediate money. But the market punishes emotional urgency. That's why smart traders wait, because they understand every impulsive decision carries emotional fingerprints, and the market reads those fingerprints perfectly. Here's a thought-provoking statement. The market is designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. That's not just a quote, that's reality. Look carefully at your worst trades. Most of them probably came from one emotion: impatience. You entered before confirmation. You overtraded after a loss. You forced setups because you were bored. You chased candles because you felt left behind. And maybe nobody told you this before, but boredom is one of the most dangerous emotions in trading, because boredom tricks you into creating unnecessary action. The brain starts searching for stimulation, and suddenly a mediocre setup starts looking perfect. This is why disciplined traders create rules, not because rules make them feel restricted, but because rules protect them from themselves. And this is where most people misunderstand discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It's the ability to protect your future self from your current emotions. That's powerful. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who no longer needs excitement to feel productive. Imagine becoming calm while others panic. Imagine sitting on your hands while the crowd chases noise. That identity shift alone can change your entire trading career. Because profitable trading often looks boring from the outside. No drama, no emotional chaos, no revenge trading. Just patience, precision, execution, and silence. Here's what nobody tells you. The market will always tempt you before it rewards you. Always. It will test your patience before giving you opportunity. It will test your emotions before giving you profit. And many traders fail the emotional test long before they ever reach consistency. Not because they're incapable, but because they never learned how to sit with discomfort. Waiting feels uncomfortable because it exposes uncertainty, and human beings hate uncertainty. We want certainty before action, but trading doesn't work like that. Sometimes your edge requires waiting for hours for one clean moment, and weak traders can't handle that silence, so they force trades to escape the discomfort of waiting. That's why overtrading is rarely a strategy problem. It's an emotional regulation problem. And once you understand that, you stop searching endlessly for new indicators. You stop hopping from strategy to strategy. You start working on the person executing the trade, because the strategy is only as powerful as the psychology behind it. Let me ask you something honestly. How many times have you ruined a good trading day by taking one unnecessary trade, one extra trade, one emotional entry, one impatient decision, and suddenly a profitable day becomes a frustrating one? If you've experienced that, comment the word wait. Seriously, I want you to type it, not for the algorithm, but because sometimes writing one word creates awareness. And awareness is where change begins, because you cannot change behaviors you refuse to acknowledge. There's another shift smart traders make. They stop trying to catch every move. This is huge. Most struggling traders secretly believe they must participate in every opportunity, but professionals understand something different. You do not need every move. You only need your move. That changes everything psychologically, because now you're no longer emotionally attached to random price action. You become selective, calm, detached. And detachment is powerful in trading, because emotional attachment creates poor decisions. When you desperately need a trade to work, you stop seeing clearly.
You ignore warning signs, you move stop losses, you pray instead of managing risk, and the market punishes emotional attachment brutally. But smart traders wait because they understand abundance. They know another setup will come, another opportunity will appear, another trade will form, so they don't panic, and that calmness becomes their edge.
There's a reason casinos make billions, not because they win every round, but because they think long-term. Smart traders think the same way. One trade means nothing. One loss means nothing. One win means nothing. What matters is the process repeated over time, and emotionally immature traders struggle with this. Every trade feels personal. Every loss damages their confidence. Every missed move creates frustration. Every winning streak creates overconfidence. They are emotionally reacting to short-term outcomes. But consistency comes when you detach your identity from individual trades. This is one of the hardest psychological shifts in trading, and one of the most important. Because mature traders understand, I don't need to prove myself today. That sentence alone can save you thousands of dollars. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who can watch the market move without emotional pressure. No anxiety, no chasing, no fear of missing out, just observation. That level of calm changes your decision-making completely, because clear decisions come from quiet minds, not emotional minds. And maybe this video is hitting you deeply right now because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you've studied enough already. Maybe your real battle isn't knowledge anymore. Maybe your real battle is emotional control, patience, discipline, self-awareness. And if that's true, you're closer than you think. Because the moment a trader becomes aware of the real problem, transformation becomes possible. Let me leave you with this. The market does not pay you for being busy. It pays you for being right. And being right often requires waiting longer than most people are emotionally capable of waiting. That's why smart traders wait, because they understand something the average person doesn't. Patience is not weakness. Patience is emotional strength under control. And if you can develop that, your trading starts changing from the inside out. Not immediately, but steadily, quietly, powerfully. One disciplined decision at a time. So the next time you feel the urge to force a trade, pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting emotionally or executing intentionally? That one question can change your future. And remember this, you do not become profitable by learning more setups alone. You become profitable by becoming a different kind of person, a calmer person, a patient person, a disciplined person. Imagine becoming someone who no longer needs constant action to feel valuable. Someone who can wait confidently while others panic emotionally. That's the identity shift that creates real consistency. If this video spoke to you deeply, subscribe, not because this channel promises magic, but because we talk honestly here. No fake hype, no unrealistic fantasies, just real conversations about psychology, discipline, identity, and becoming the kind of trader most people never become. And trust me, that version of you already exists. It's just waiting for you to stop sabotaging it. So subscribe, stay patient, and keep becoming the trader your emotions have been resisting.